Cancer, what's up, babies? Okay, so, wait, what the fuck is that? Hi, Cancer. My name is Tay, otherwise known as lovefromaleo, and today is your September reading for 2019. When I was, channeling and shuffling for Cancer signs, the mode and the theme of this month for you is going to be Uranus, the planet Uranus. And so that's really about, freedom, individuality, bigger visions, and sometimes humanitarian service. This is going to be all about you, definitely, Cancer. All about you. All right, so we have the cards out now. And your past, so what you were dealing with in August, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so what I typically feel like whenever I see the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, maybe you're not happy with your work life, or maybe you're not putting in as much work as you were at one point. Okay, so yeah, it definitely is dealing with your work life. We have the Three of Pentacles here, sideways, it came out. So in your career life, that's what you were focused on in August, right? And the reason why things are going not so well with that is the Queen of Swords in reverse. So first off, I'm thinking someone is being cold and distant with their communication skills when it comes to work. This could also be an air sign, so an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra that is being, kind of annoying towards you, or you guys are not getting along. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And so I feel like someone is kind of restricting themselves from opening up or saying that. It's like you're putting your hand over your mouth and you're like, I can't say what I really feel, but if I could say what I really felt, your feelings will be hurt. That's what I feel like Cancer is going through right now. There's a lot of communications happening elsewhere though. Like I feel like maybe with emails, text messages, like you're able to communicate, but you're not saying what you really feel. And I think the reason you're not saying that is because Ten of Pentacles, it's like, I don't need to say what I really want to say because that's going to mess up my future. So you're doing this all for the love of your money. You know what I mean? You're doing it all so that you can have stability in your life. Because I think you're thinking about your family first. You're thinking about, who you need to take care of. You're like, if I lose this job, how am I going to be able to take care of these other people? And I feel like that's what's happening. Cancer, you guys are very, take charge type of signs. You guys are not going to take bullshit from anyone. But I feel like when it's the right time to say something. You can feel the moment and you're like, maybe now is not the right time to say this. I'll have my time, but now is not it, right? Who do you have issues with that you want to tell them, hey, this is how I really feel? So for some of you, it could definitely be an Aquarius that you want to speak your mind to. And if it's not that you want to speak your mind, maybe this Aquarius is making it hard for you to feel comfortable at your job. Maybe they're the ones being cold and distant towards you. All right? Now, what advice can I give for this August energy? Seven of Cups. It's okay to be connected to certain things and certain people and certain functions, but you need to understand that being bonded does not mean being tied down to things that are chaotic and they don't serve you, they don't help your spiritual self. You know what I mean? If it doesn't fuel you in the right way, you need to let go of it. Being bound to something that is toxic can only bring you as low as that energy is. So with that being said, you can be connected to something, but you need to be able to identify and acknowledge when things are not right. You understand? So if there's something that you're not okay with, you don't have to be vulgar about what you feel, but you do need to say it in a way that makes you feel comfortable, or at least express what you're feeling in a way that can translate how you want things to go without you getting in trouble for it. I don't know if that makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is the things that don't work, cut it out emotionally. If it doesn't feel right, then don't try to force yourself to be connected to it just because it's a part of the deal. If you don't like it, if you feel like it's changing you and it's making you be a certain way, don't connect to it as deeply as you would something that you actually care about. Don't put that on the same pedestal. You know what I'm saying? You can care about it, but you don't have to put it at number one just because it's your responsibilities emotionally. Okay? So, and that makes sense because for this month, I think you're going to be focused way more on yourself, your individual self, and what freedom truly means for you. So it makes sense that this is what's happening in your past. Now moving on into your present energy, you have the Knave of Swords here, and then we have the Death card here, okay? So Knave of Swords, this is the self-esteem card for me. This is like, how are you mentally doing in your head? How do you mentally see yourself? How do you mentally feel about yourself? And then with the Death card, I feel like there's going to be a change, some type of renewal in your self-esteem. And I feel like that's a really powerful place to be in, because your self-esteem really has a huge impact on everything else that is involved in your life. You know what I mean? And so having a renewal, which is death, having something end and something new start in your self-esteem area, how you mentally feel about yourself, it's very powerful, because you're mixing up your mind and then your heart. You know what I'm saying? And those are the biggest things when it comes to being a human, so to speak. So when you mix those two and you figure out a way to be more confident in yourself, it can make so many more doors open for you. It's ridiculous. Okay, why do you need this renewal in your self-esteem? What was causing you to feel like you needed a renewal? Okay, we got the Knight of Wands. There could have been someone who made you feel like you weren't doing enough for yourself. You weren't, maybe they caused you to feel stagnant. Maybe they made you be stagnant, like they prohibited you from being a better you. But I feel like they really stopped you from doing more for yourself, which kind of would in turn make you feel worthy of caring about yourself. This person could have been a Pisces. I'm not sure, but it's saying like now you have to make a decision on like what you choose valuable for yourself. Like what do you think is valuable? Are you valuable? Are you worth it? At this state right now, are you enough? Do you feel like whatever state you're in right now, is this where you see yourself? Is this what you wanted for yourself when you were, I don't know, 6 years old? In the future, is this what you wanted for yourself? And if it's not, then it's like now it's time to put, the necessary action forth. And a lot of you have this issue with not feeling like you're enough, or at least right now you've been feeling like that. And so I think energy is really making you focus on yourself, because you need to work on building yourself up so that you can build outwards. You have to nurture yourself. You need to grow yourself first before you can really attack everything else around you. And then we have the Gemini card in reverse. So I do think that your love relationship, your romantic relationship, or your romantic life, your love life, has been making it to where you feel less than worthy, And most of us go through this. A lot of us deal with this way too much, I don't think we're supposed to just be focused on our love life, but for some reason as a human, that's just what we, cling to. Maybe because it's another person that's involved and that relationship is what you chase after. With that being said, some of you will have to be alone to understand what it means to truly value yourself, because for some reason you're not able to do that with another person when you're attached to another person. I just saw at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Cups in reverse. A lot of you are putting up with cheating. Some of you are putting up with people who are very narcissistic. This could also be a Capricorn for some of you, or cheating with a Capricorn. And you start to just feel sorry for yourself. You're like, I don't know what I need to do. I know I'm worth more, but I don't know what to do. This woe is me energy. That's not gonna help you with the Nine of Wands in reverse. It's saying like you can feel like that, but what is energy going to be able to really bring from that? You're putting your energy into saying you suck instead of saying, I know I'm better than this. I know I can do better. I know I can bring more out of myself. Universe can work with that. That's potential. But if you're just like, I fucked up, I made this many decisions, thinking back on the past, looking at the past and being like, whoa, none of that is going to help you move towards the future. So who are you in this relationship with? Who is this person that could possibly be causing you to feel this way? So for some of you, we have Cancer. So Cancer, it could just be yourself. You're your biggest enemy. Or maybe a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus that you're in a relationship with. And then we also have the Leo card. So some of you are dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And it's causing you to really feel like you don't have the tools to manifest the destiny that you want for yourself. For things to become better and successful, what does Cancer need to do? The World card. Become one with the world. Whatever your attributes are, whatever your assets are, whatever your talents are, whatever you feel that you need to bring to the world, you have somehow become disconnected from it. And whether that be the person that's in the situation or just the situation itself, life, it's been keeping you back from world, from all of this that you can have, and embrace. So what you need to do is take your little Cancer self and walk over here and say, hey, hi world, and combine yourself with the energy of the world and embrace it. You need to focus on bringing your energy, your spirit back into the world, because you've been hidden for so long in this part of your life. You know, you've been either focusing on someone else, focusing on things that don't really serve you, or just focusing on negative energy, and you haven't been putting out as much. You've been taking in all of this energy, taking in all of this, you know, vibrations of feeling lonely, feeling sad, feeling not good enough, feeling like you aren't worth shit. And you need to be putting your energy back out into the world, you know? You need to be pushing yourself back out there. So that's what you need to focus on doing in your September. In your future, you have the Two of Swords. This is a very awesome card. I feel like this is a card of opportunity. You may feel like it's your darkest hour when it comes to October, but this Two of Swords energy is all about, I think I got this, you know? Like having faith. Even if you don't think you got it, it's like having this energy of, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm gonna fucking go for it. I'm gonna do it. It's like all you need to have is a goal in mind. And the only uncertainty that comes with it is you don't know if it's gonna turn out the way you wanted it to. But the beauty of the card is faith. It teaches you what faith is. So what's your goal that you're gonna be having? All right, so we got the Queen of Wands. So some of you are gonna be going after a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries in your October. But for a lot of you, I think this means really embracing your true talents, your true warmness that you bring to the table. Bringing your own independence in a form of action. I think that's awesome. I think that shows a new side of yourself. What exactly does Cancer want to bring to the table? So we have the Hierophant. So you want structure, you want stability, you want things to be how you pictured them. Whatever your outlook for the future was when you were younger, whatever you saw as idealistic for yourself, you're trying to chase after that now. I think you're tired of the games. I think you're tired of trying to figure out what's real versus what's fantasy. I think you're finally understanding what you want for yourself. And in order to have what you want for yourself, you have to start from the foundation and build up. And I think because you're finally just now getting to that point, you have to start by building that foundation. And that's what the Hierophant card is representing here in your future. Money could have been, you know, an issue for you. Definitely financially, you could have been feeling like you just don't have the means to live the way you want to live. But with this Star card in reverse, this shows me that you are at a point where you had to find the answers within yourself. You had to find that inner self-esteem. You had to figure out who you are as an individual and bring that outwards. No one else can understand what you're feeling right now, you know? And I just feel like there's a sense of taking charge mixed with, I don't have all the answers, but I'm gonna find them because I know at least I still have that spark within myself. I still have that light within myself. I still have that air to breathe more energy into whatever my goal is. That's where you're at right now. Okay, Cancer? Yeah, you're like, fuck love, you know? Fuck relationships that don't bring love to my life, you know? Who do you need to disconnect with in order to bring these goals into fruition? Who do you need to disconnect with? That's what we're gonna see. There could be a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising that you need to disconnect with, or you need to disconnect with whoever you're in a relationship with. Gemini is showing up again, right here. And then maybe a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Your advice is the Ace of Wands. This is what you need to be focused on in your October in order to make things come true for you. So you need to start a whole new course of action. A whole new faith, a whole new energy needs to be brought to the forefront. And you need to start over, Cancer. At least in your October. Your September is going to be about, you know, cutting things off, being a little bit more focused on what isn't serving you right now, so that you, in the future, you can start to build and focus on that foundation, focus on the things that you wanted. It's coming. It's just you're still in the process of making it all happen. Nobody can steer that like you can. So if you can keep that in mind, even if you can't bring yourself to having a higher self-esteem, just realize that you have way more power than you believe, Cancer. Way more power. It's all up to you. Try to get rid of things that you see are not working for yourself. And I know that's really hard for all of us, you know? But when you start to do that, I think more of yourself will start to unravel and you'll start to fall back in love with yourself. And that's the most beautiful gift of all, coming from a Leo. So yeah, I think things will turn out very well for you. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notification bell is hit so that you can be notified when I upload for your sign. Last but not least, if you would like a reading with me and you want to get deeper into, how the planets work for you, your love life, your career, what you should be doing, what's your purpose, email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com and we can definitely get something set up for you, okay? I love you guys so much and I will see you in the next video. Bye, Cancer.